Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Marsanda. Today I would like to present my reading journal based on the article entitled Relationship Between Students' Informal Digital Learning of English and Willingness to Communicate. Insight from the Vietnam's AFL context. So this article uh, discusses the relationship between informal digital learning of English, or IDLE, and students' willingness to communicate, or WTC. This study focuses on Vietnam's EFL students and explains how digital learning can influence students' communication. You can see the article here. Next, in the pre-reading stage, I used previewing and questioning strategies. First, I read the title and abstract to get general idea of the article. And then I made some guiding questions such as what is the relationship between IDLE and WTC? And the second question is how does IDLE influence students' communication? And the last question is, why do students feel more comfortable in digital environments? Next, whilst reading stage. In this whilst reading stage, I used highlighting and underlining strategies. For example, here, I underline this sentence. IDLE was positively correlated with WTC. I underline this sentence because it directly answers my question about the relationship between IDLE and WTC. It shows that IDLE has a positive effect on students' willingness to communicate. And I also highlight another important sentence here. Students could communicate freely without being controlled and scared of being corrected. I highlight this sentence because it explains why students feel more comfortable in digital environments. It shows that students experience less pressure and anxiety when communicating online. And another important finding that I underline is IDLE explain 24.9%, 41.7%, and 51.3% of the variance in WTC in class, outside class, and in digital setting respectively. I underline this sentence because it shows that IDLE has a strong influence on students' willingness to communicate, especially in digital contexts. Next, in the post-reading stage, I used reviewing strategy. I checked whether all my questions were answered, and I found that all of them were answered. From this article, I conclude that IDLE can increase students' confidence, reduce anxiety, and make students more willing to communicate, especially in digital environments. Next, during the reading process, I faced some difficulties, such as difficulty recalling statistical terms, long sentences, and complex explanations. However, I learned that IDLE plays an important role in increasing students' willingness to communicate. I also learned that confidence and anxiety are important factors in communication. These factors are closely related to self-efficacy, which is the focus on my research. Therefore, this article supports my research topic. Okay, I think that's the end of my presentation about the article. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.